Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Star Ocean 3. Last time we did the game's, well, first minigame, which not particularly fun, but it is what it is. Now, when it comes to these different haulers here, as I mentioned in the last episode, they have different traits that make them useful for certain things. Now, we've collected all the items that I know of, save for one. Now, that one you can only get with the whimsical hauler, because the whimsical hauler has the unique ability that none of the others do. He can jump twice as far, and if you try and jump the chasm that I want to jump, you won't get anywhere. With any of the other ones, they'll just fall into the pit and you'll wake up back here. Somehow it doesn't kill you. That being said, the controls on this one are basically, it doesn't listen to you at all. Or at least that's what I've heard. I've also heard people claim to not be able to make it work after trying 50 attempts, because there's a specific path you need to take with this one in order to get the item. I was dicking around off screen a couple episodes back when I was running forward just to kind of see how things were going, so I didn't save it, but I was going in, I was like, you know what, I should try this at least once and kind of see how it works. On a whim, I was just like, you know what, I'm going to throw the recorder on just in case I get lucky. Yeah, I got it my first try. So I kind of want to get the item on this path here, because I, of course, erased the file that I was working on with that. But I'm not going to, ditch this file or, yeah, anyway. So hopefully I'll get this. I'll try it a few times. If it's successful, it is cool. If not, I'll at least, if I'm unable to get it anyway, if it's too much of a pain, I've heard of people unable to get it in 50 tries, then I'll show you the footage I have of me successfully doing it, and hopefully that'll be enough. Anyway, let's try here. I'll do one of these on screen, and if it works, it works. If not, it doesn't. So basically, the path is left, right, jump twice, and then stop. So I'm going to keep it below the speeds as it hits the jumps, or hits the turns, so that hopefully it'll listen to me. So let's see here. Let's go left. Are you going to listen to me? That would be nice. There we go. And then we want to go right. Now, there are some hazards, so let's go right here, that you will want to be aware of, that are on the tracks. And he didn't listen. He went left. So we're hooped on this one. Anyway, I will show you, whenever it does warning, you either need to jump forward or stay still to avoid damage. As you can see, staying still was not the good choice on that one. But anyway, I will go back. I'll try it a few more times. Hopefully I'll get it. If not, then I'll show you the time where I did get it, even though I won't get the item. Okay, after that failed attempt, it made me go the right way since I didn't have any control. So unfortunately, here we are the right way. I'll show you how to do the right way after. Yeah, basically what happens, you get through here, you meet this old soldier guy who is shocked that you made it here on a hauler. And, that we were able to get here. Gregory von Dermian III. I think that's how you pronounce that. Whatever. The Glyphian army? I'm assuming he is referring to Eriglyph, and that's just like an old term that they used. Anyway, he's just a regular soldier that's, kind of in semi-retirement, and he's minding these old caves. Most interesting. Fascinating. Anyway, yeah, so once we get here, we can do all this junk here. It means the tunnels are clear, and we were able to get through, so that's a good thing. And because he's a nice guy, he'll drive it back for us. And he tells us to be careful, which makes sense. That, of course, leads us out. However, if we go back in, talk to Gregory, let Gregory drive. Yeah. If you let him drive, then he'll take you all the way back here. Luckily, now we have, let's go through there. We have the automatic option, so we can try that. I'm going to try Whimsical a few more times, and then I'll show you how to get to where we actually want to go, which is basically where we just were. Alright, we got left. Let's see if we can get right now. We got right. Now, don't go too fast once we get here. We don't want to stop. We also don't want to go left this time. If you go too fast, he'll hit the wall, which apparently it's happened anyway, which does some more additional stress. So warning, so slow down to a stop right here. Eventually, the rocks will fall. We want to avoid those because if we take too much damage, we won't be able to do this. Now we can speed up again. We want to go right this time. As long as you go right, you'll be on the path, and we need to jump. Okay, so hit about 25. We do this jump, and we make it all the way through there. Now you want to stop. There we go. It's able to do it finally. I think this is try number 10, 11, 12, somewhere in that range. It wasn't taking me too long, so I didn't really worry about it. And after that battle, luckily enough, can I get my item, please? Pressing a button. Open the treasure chest. Thank you. We get the Earth Pixie from that, but more importantly, after that boss, or that, not boss fight, that regular battle, we, both of our characters leveled up, so I'm going to up defense for both of them. And you might as well do it too, whatever. But I also gained a different item. It's a Mist Charm, which increases escape speed, so I actually have an extra spot. I want to put that on there. It also adds some defense. But yeah, escape speed will be useful if you plan to do a certain something in an area following the next area. So that's you know, something to be aware of. So now that we've done that, finally, we can actually get out of here for real. There we go. Now, in order to get out of here for real, you need to use the steady hauler. Well, you don't need to, but I find it's easiest. So yeah, we can use the steady hauler. We'll get through here, and the path to the exit's not particularly difficult to get to. You don't have to break any walls or stop at weird spots or have any difficulty like that. It's left, right, and then left 3 times in a row. So let's see if we can do this here. Our destination is the top right corner, by the way. So I'm going to start slowing down here. So left. And then we want to go right. Just kind of follow where you're going on the map. That's the easiest way to figure it out. So we went left, we go right. And then we need to go left, left, and left. Don't be too worried about the amount of damage you'll take from stuff like this. It's not really important right now. Left. You shouldn't take too much damage over the process here. So we go left. Warning, if you have the time, stop here. You'll avoid taking damage. Speed up again. So we want to go left. Speed up so we don't stop anywhere by mistake. And this one, you actually, now, whatever. Don't worry too much about this stuff here. Those aren't jumps in front of us, they're basically just these lines or whatever. We shouldn't incur too much damage, though I'm going to speed up a little bit. Now, there we go. Did I go left? I did. There we go. Once you've done that, you're home free, and you get up here where Gregory is. And of course, that scene will play out that we already saw if you are getting there for the first time. Now that we've arrived here, we can explore a whole new area, which I'm going to do off-screen, and then we'll go through it together and fight some new enemies and get some treasure. Okay, we're back. Took me longer than I was expecting to clear out the mountain path. It, for whatever reason, it's very picky in this area about where you can actually go to. As you see, I have 98 just over 98%, and there really isn't enough to get to 100. It's only enough to get to about 99. That being said, we have new enemies. And as you can see, we have an old friend. However, he gives the same items he did back on wherever it was on Vanguard 3, even though he has a lot more HP now. One other thing of note is, while I was off screen, I got a couple of battle trophies. One for keeping the chain to 60, and the other one for, what else did I do? Killing 100 enemies, 300 enemies, something like that. It's not particularly, of interest. I did level up with somebody. I don't remember who it was. It was probably Fate. I don't think he learned anything interesting. No, it doesn't look like I learned anything of particular value. Anyway, with that being said, might as well just move on. Now, this area is quite large, and it has lots of stuff here. Let me check my treasure list real quick. Let's see, the Bequill Mountain Path. No, it doesn't have that many items. It has a total of 6 items. But it is definitely a large area. Okay, I just cut that battle out because it was giving me issues, and I don't want long, pointless battles that need to be long or pointless. So be it. There'll be other opportunities to show off those guys. They're just thief enemies. They have a chance at running away. They also have symbology, which you may want to kind of be aware of. I may end up fighting some here. Nope, nobody interesting in that battle there. Let's see here. This map is quite big, so let's throw the bigger map on there. And we get ambushed. See, there's the symbology that those guys use, so kind of beware of that. Let's take these guys out. Probably shouldn't have gone in, but okay. There we go. Hammer of Might is really a useful ability. I would highly recommend it. And we learned increase HP damage, which is, of course, quite nice. That being said, let's head down here. This area is basically a whole bunch of branching paths that all lead to nowhere and aren't interesting, except for the treasure that is contained within, such as the right berries. There's not much else you can do over here. Just basically come down, kill an enemy, get some treasure, leave. Pretty much what we do in most of the areas around here. Let's see, we've got a puppy dog and an old dude and whoa, and this guy. This guy's new. Let's fight these guys. I don't even remember what I'm supposed to do with these guys. Let's lift them off the ground here, or let's kill them. That works too. Wow, those guys are quite easy. And yeah, chance of dropping a fire crystal, which I don't care about. I'll take care of these two guys off screen. Okay, we're back. I took out 2 more battles up here as well. One thing of note is if you're, say, in battle and it looks like you're about to get hit and you think you're going to lose your battle bonus gauge, what you can do is you can hit R1 to switch to a different party member and control them, and then it won't matter if, say, Fate got hit if you're controlling Cliff. So the battle bonus gauge, like I mentioned on Vanguard, will only break if you're actually going to get hit as the player you're controlling. So if you switch before you get hit, it doesn't get broken. However, you have to be careful that you don't change to a character that's also about to be hit. This battle I might as well just leave in because these guys die really quick. Yeah, that battle, that can stay in there. That doesn't take nearly enough time to warrant extra editing. And that's, I think, the 3rd item we got in here. There's a total of 6. Now, you will note that there is a cave here. There's nothing we can do in there. There's a little bit of a cutscene. I think we get that anyway. It's a voice cutscene, but I'm not particularly worried. They just talk about being able to light up lanterns that are existing in the cave there. It's actually mine. Now, unfortunately, I don't have my anti-air aerial attack on anymore, but I don't really need that. Keeping the battle bonus gauge going as long as I am isn't really something that's likely to happen oops, in our standard playthrough, but you will be able to boost it up quite easily, especially if you're under leveled, which if you don't keep it high all the time and have triple experience on, you definitely will be. This game does expect you to do a little bit of level grinding. One thing of note is that the use of healing, the mastery, will not go up, as you see there, right above the cursor. If you use it outside of battle, it only goes up inside of battle. It does get a little more powerful, but it's basically a percentage even now. So even as, say, Cliff has got, almost 1500 HP, it'll still heal him about the same percentage as it would heal him when he had 500. Just so you know. And after that battle, Cliff learns Stun, which can be useful. I probably won't use it though. Something of note is if you head up here, this is the top, I guess the northeasternmost or northwesternmost path. It leads to the Mountains of Bar. Now, the Mountains of Bar are an area we're not supposed to go to yet, but it is here and it is accessible. There's also a treasure chest further in the area that has, I think, 18,000 full in it, if you're interested in running away in there to get it. I've done this in the past, though it really doesn't matter. Let's just take a look at something here real quick. Yeah, this place has dragons, and these dragons have other big dragons with them. And they hurt. As you can see, they also paralyze you, they also annihilate you, and do lots of damage, and yeah, not a fun way to go about the day. Of course, if you die, you very easily get, your battle matrix broken. So yeah, you're not supposed to go here yet. Here's what the game over screen looks like. Yeah. Not the best thing in the world. Let's not do that. Definitely am not going to go blowing my, whatever it is, my bonus gauge on that. I'm not going to bother fighting a bunch of these guys over and over again. I already fought them once. The other one, you're not supposed to go into as well, but you can't even collect any treasure in there, so I'm not even going to bother. So let's see here. What else do we have going for us right now? Let's head over in this direction, and up here there's some more stuff that we can get. And after that battle, we learned Stun for Nell, and she leveled up. So, that being said, we now have enough... No, we don't have enough points. Never mind. It's going to up the AI a little bit more, but 2 more enemies to take out. Okay, and after those battles there, we now have access to some writing materials, which goes to the item creation writing, aqua berries, and what else? Compounding elixirs. We already know what those do. Like I was saying with the Mountains of Bar there, you can go up there. The enemies are quite difficult. I suggest going up there, say, if you don't have a battle bonus gauge, because you can dodge a lot of them, and the ones you do run into, you can just run away from a lot of the time. And after that battle, we learned, or we got the battle trophy for breaking the opponent's guard 100 times. Or, I think there's a separate battle trophy for having your own guard broken, like a such and such amount of times. Anyway, with that being said, we've explored pretty much all there is here, and the last little bit we need in order to, come on. There we go. Let's see if we can get it. There we go. That one's very difficult to get because you have almost no room for error. But that's going to do it for this episode of Let's Play Star Ocean. Next time, we'll go beyond here into the area that doesn't look any different than where we just were, and we will be in the town of Arius. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.